Routines. Everybody seems to be stuck in one. The keyword being stuck. It may be going for a job you really don't even like, working for someone on something you really don't even care about. We get so used to it that at one point we just stop thinking and just continue doing. But in the whole process of chasing our boss's deadlines, we forget to do the things that we really love doing and dreamt of since we were kids. I found myself stuck in a routine too, and I needed a change.
Made it to the station and we're just waiting for our train to come. And this is my first time in a general compartment in a train. The last time Dennis went, he was like, people actually slept under the seat.
Yeah, under the seat on the floor. You can't even walk.
And no one gives a you. They just like push you and all that kind of stuff. So I guess this will be a new experience for me. According to the way he's described it, it's bad. But I guess all this is just part of the whole experience. So apparently our train came early, so we kind of have to rush. So as you can see, we made it.
Humpy.
Yeah, so as soon as we got here, we were bombarded with a ton of tourist
guides.
and they wanted to sell us the overpriced tour guides and the packages and all that, which is usually a scam. So we just decided we'd buy a map and we'd cycle around and explore it on our own. We got our bikes, we got a map book, and now we're just going to explore. Just exploring all these temples and it feels like we have come back in time. Like all these stones and all that look like...
These must be centuries old.
Yeah, and it's like untouched and just existing. It feels like we are in an episode of Man vs. Wild. We have no idea where we're going and we are like starving to death. And we have no internet also, so we can't use Google Maps. Yeah, we are using a map, like a
This
map.
is not so great.
Yeah, we finally found our way back to where we parked our cycles. We're really heavy. I mean hungry. I can't even talk straight. Yeah, so as we were exploring the city, we just realized how calm and quiet this is compared to the noise in the city that we are so used to. Yeah, it feels different and a good different, honestly. I like it. Hampi is divided into two islands. One island is more of the temples and all that. So the other island is called Hippie Island. That has a better nightlife and all that.
So that'll be the place where we're gonna spend the rest of the day or night.
Hey, this is me from the future, and these are just a few closing remarks. Number 1, the train journey. As I mentioned earlier in the video, this was my first time traveling in a general compartment, and basically there is no limit to the number of tickets they sell. So as a result, you kind of have to stand or sit wherever you get place if you do. As soon as I entered, it was very crowded, as it always is. This is what I took away from the whole experience. When put in a different situation, people tend to do the things that they could/would never even imagine themselves doing. In my situation, I had two options. The first one being standing for the whole duration of the journey, which would mean standing for about 10 hours. And the second would be sitting on the floor. When these were the only two options available to me, I would prefer sitting over standing, irrespective of whether it was on the floor or not. And after a point, I kind of felt pretty comfortable. I was sitting using my phone, eating biscuit and having small talk with all the other people sitting on the floor as well. General observation number 2. Time goes faster when you're in a routine. As we were walking around exploring the ancient city, we had to walk a lot because it was about a 30-kilometer radius. And I remember, as we were very exhausted, we sat ourselves down. After which, I just checked my watch for a moment, and it was just 10 o'clock. I felt like we had spent so much time there already. This might probably be because everything I saw there was new to me. So as a result, every small experience felt like a long one. This might probably be because this was the first time my brain was looking at all this. So I think I spent more time observing the things in front of me rather than thinking about anything else. He explains why people who are stuck in a routine 5 or 10 years later don't even know why the time's gone, because every day has been the same and just goes so fast. And also explains why some new experiences or a vacation, for example, lasts in our memory way longer than just a normal day in our routine. Or it could just be because I had no internet, so that's why I felt like time went by so slow. Could be either one. General observation number 3. No matter where you go, you'll always find that one Asian dude. General observation number 4. This is something that's a little confusing for me. The main temple where the emperors... Let's just go with kings and queens, okay. The main temple where all the kings and queens lived was called Achyutaraya temple, which you might have seen earlier. And there's this other place called Queen's Bath, which I'm assuming by its name is where the queens went to bath. So basically it's 4 kilometers apart. Does she have to walk 4 kilometers to have a bath? Which actually is a lot because there are no proper roads and all that. And since she's the queen, she'll probably have to be taken by like a chariot or a horse or something. Or does that mean every time the queen had to take a bath, she had to go all the way there? It still doesn't make sense to me. That's all for now. Wait till next week for part 2. And the other island had a completely different vibe to it. If you liked this video, please do consider subscribing and liking it as well. And please do comment on what you felt about it. I am still very new to this whole YouTube thing, so then feedback will be much appreciated. But that's all for now. Bye.